Have you ever finished a book or a movie and just thought, wow, that's gonna stick with me? You know, when a story feels so real you can almost breathe the air? Well, today, we're gonna crack that code. We're going to deconstruct the DNA of a great story by looking at 4 powerful American blueprints that just, well, they just work. Let's get into it. So, really, what is it? What's the secret sauce that makes a story totally unforgettable? Is it the characters, the plot twists, the world it's set in? I mean, sure, it's all of those things, but the real magic, the thing we're going to look at, is the recipe. It's how a few core ingredients are mixed together in just the right way. So, to figure this all out, we're going to dive into 4 different American story blueprints. And what's so cool about these is that even though they're just short prompts, you'll see how they immediately spark these huge, compelling worlds right in your imagination. Okay, first up, The Immigrant's Tale. Just listen to this. A young immigrant, New York City, a violin, and a letter from their grandfather? I mean, you can practically hear the music and feel the grit of the city streets already, can't you? This is pure drama. It's a story about struggle and hope and that classic American dream. All right, next we have a classic, The American Road Trip. 2 siblings who don't get along, forced to drive clear across the country. They are literally trapped in a car together with this old family heirloom. You just know this is going to be an adventure, right? It's fueled by all that tension and the promise of maybe, just maybe, reconnecting along the way. Now, let's jump into the future. Picture this. A massive AI grid is running Chicago, but a technician finds a glitch, and this glitch starts revealing a secret history of the city nobody knows about. You can feel that tension immediately. It is the perfect setup for a sci-fi mystery, this awesome clash between a super clean, sterile future and a messy, buried past. And for our last one, let's go with the small town mystery. Okay, you're in a foggy coastal town. A newcomer shows up and realizes the locals are all keeping a secret. And it's about a lighthouse that's been dark for 50 years until tonight. Whoa, the atmosphere here is everything, right? It just drips with suspense. So here they are, our 4 blueprints all laid out. The immigrant, the siblings, the technician, and the newcomer. You look at them, and on the surface, they seem totally different. You've got a drama, an adventure, a sci-fi, a mystery. But what's the common thread here? What's that shared DNA that makes every single one of them feel so powerful right from the jump? Let's dig in. The first ingredient, and this one is absolutely crucial, is the power of place. See, in a truly great story, the setting isn't just some painted backdrop. No, it's an active player in the game. It's practically a character all on its own. It's wild, right? How much a place can make you feel? Just look at our 2 cities here. New York is all about that human energy, a crowded apartment, the warmth of a little jazz club. It feels alive, you know? Full of struggle and hope. But then you look at future Chicago and it feels cold, distant. That massive AI grid, the forgotten history. It makes the whole place feel sterile and kind of threatening. The place is the emotion. And we see the exact same thing here. The road trip is all about those vast, wide open spaces. The Mojave Desert, the Great Plains. It just screams freedom and change and possibility. Now contrast that with the foggy, claustrophobic coastal town. It feels secretive, closed off, and maybe just a little bit dangerous. So here's the big takeaway on this one. The setting is what forces the story to happen. The immigrant has to hustle because they're in New York, a city that never sleeps. The siblings have to face their problems because they're stuck in a car on the open road. The setting isn't just where the story happens, it is literally why it happens. Okay, so we've got our place, our landscape, but a landscape is just a picture, right? It's static. We need an engine to actually move the story forward. And that, my friends, is our second ingredient, conflict. Because let's be real, if there's no conflict, there's no story. So, simply put, conflict is the struggle. And it really comes in 2 main flavors. You've got external conflict, that's our character fighting against the world, and then you have internal conflict, that's the character fighting against themselves. The really, really good stories, they use both. And this, right here, is where it gets brilliant. Just look at how our 4 blueprints nail this blend. The immigrant isn't just struggling to find work, that's external. They're fighting an internal battle to hold on to hope. The siblings aren't just on a long drive, they're on an emotional journey to heal their broken relationship. See the pattern? Every story pairs an outer journey with an inner one. That's what makes us care so much. Okay, so we've got our place,
We've got our conflict. Now, when you mix those two powerhouse ingredients together, that's when you get the story's soul. You get its deeper meaning, its theme, and the feeling it leaves you with long after it's over. This chart shows it all perfectly. You see, a genre isn't just some label you find on a streaming service. It's the specific emotional ride you get from that unique mix of ingredients. Drama, adventure, sci-fi, mystery. Each one is the direct result of a specific place being mixed with a specific kind of struggle. And there it is. This is the alchemy of storytelling, right here on this slide. It's like a formula. You take one part place, you add one part conflict, and boom, you create a specific emotional reaction. New York City plus the struggle to be seen and heard equals a drama about hope. A foggy, secretive town plus a lit lighthouse equals a mystery about secrets. It's an incredibly powerful and honestly pretty simple formula. So, what do you do with all this? Well, whether you're trying to write a story, make a film, or even just want to understand why you love the stories you love, you can use this simple three-part framework to get right to the heart of what makes any narrative tick. Here it is boiled down, the narrative recipe. Step 1, start with a place, and make sure that place has a real personality. Step 2, create a conflict that pushes a character from the outside and from the inside. And step 3, ask yourself, when those two things collide, what's the story really about? That's your theme. That's your story. So, the next time you get totally lost in a story, try to spot the ingredients. Look for the place, the conflict, and the meaning they create together. Which leaves us with one final thought. Using this simple recipe, what great story is out there just